fishing is going to be tough today. There's just too many boats. There we go. Fish hit it before I even had to move it. I don't think it's a giant, but first fish of the day. It's not a bad fish, though. It's not a bad fish. Just might have been a pound and a quarter, something like that. Not big. I like it. So there's at least one willing to bite. Not the start I was hoping for, I gotta be honest. Man, there's a lot of boats. That can only mean that someone caught a fish. I mean, it's as busy as I've seen it in a long time. On a weekend day, you know there's going to be people. But this early, it's kind of unusual to see this many. So my plan was to head to mid-lake this morning and try my luck, but I saw about 30 boats heading that way from a tournament, so that's not going to happen. Okay, the situation is there's a lot of boats. There's a big tournament evidently. Been all kinds of boats roaring through there, which hurts the topwater fishing. I've had I don't know how many boats pass me up in here so far this morning. So my plan is now just to fish the out of the way places where nobody else fishes. Hopefully there'll be a bass or two. So far, only one dingster. It is really busy today. Ooh, there's a nice chunk. Fishing's a bit slow, so I had to resort to the Texas rig worm. That fish grabbed it and ran with it. I like that. Hopefully there's a few more down there. Just using a simple Texas rig. I always put a glass bead in between my weight and my hook to protect my knot. I pour my own worms so I can come up with the colors that I want, and they are quite effective, especially on a, really busy today. Lots of boats out. These fish will bury up in the brush and the cover, and I'm just dragging a worm right over the top of them. another good one. Right in the top of the nose, which is right where you want to put it. Look at the size of that one. Ooh, nice fish. It is tough fishing, but there are a few fish to be caught. The old worm doesn't let me down. So with all the boat traffic today, the topwater fishing was just, you know, I caught one, just slowed it way down. So I decided to fish the worm. And I'm glad I did. There we go. A little largemouth. Actually, it's a little spot. Whoa. Anyway, another fish. Sneaky son of a gun. I didn't even feel him bite it. Oh, it's another good one too. Wow. Wow. The old Texas rig worm. That's a nice chunk. Wow. A lot of guys don't have the patience to fish a worm, but man, that's effective. Especially when it's a slow day like today. I've caught some good fish. Just, you know, I haven't caught a whole lot, but that really doesn't surprise me with this, as slow as it is and as busy. I'm in the back of a creek. If anybody's going to fish up north part of Lake Lanier, you need to be careful. There's a lot of debris floating from all the rain we've had. So what I'm finding today is they're buried up in the cover. So I'm finding points that have either rock or, you know, brush on them, and I'm throwing out there and just crawling it over. I use a 3/0 round bend hook, an 1/8 ounce weight, and a glass bead. I pinch the barbs down on my hooks, so if a fish takes it deep, I can get it out easy without hurting fish. Oh boy. That's another decent spot. Not huge, but I'll take it. Man, it pays to experiment. Man, the way the day started with all the boats and everything, I didn't think I was going to catch any fish. Topwater didn't work, but I can almost always catch something on a worm. This will work on any lake that has bass. This will work on the south part of Lake Lanier as well as up here on the north part. It's just a, you know, most people will fish a drop shot or shaky head, And I prefer a Texas rig, the old school Texas rig. You know, it catches fish. Just like that. Didn't feel him bite it. Hey. A nice chunky spot. Love it. All right, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, I was out here on a Sunday, very crowded. There's a big tournament that I don't know how many boats, but there was a lot of them. Fishing was slow, so I had to resort to throwing the worm, which always works if you're out on any lake that's got bass and you know fishing's tough. Throw a Texas rig worm out there, and you can almost always catch some fish on a Texas rig worm. But thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Come back and fish with me next time.